I never thought $6,000 and one friendship could disappear so quietly. Ava wasn't just my friend. She was the person I called when life felt too heavy, the one who held my hand at my mother's funeral, the one who promised, "You'll stand next to me on my wedding day." So when she told me she was struggling with expenses, I didn't even think twice. I transferred $6,000 to her account like it was nothing, because that's what you do for family, right? But a few weeks later, the first crack appeared. All the bridesmaids posted pictures from a dress fitting. I stared at my screen, feeling my chest tighten. My name wasn't in the group chat. My invite wasn't lost. I just wasn't included. I tried to shrug it off. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe she forgot. But a small voice inside me whispered, "You're being replaced." I pushed the thought aside until the next hit came. Another event, another picture, another moment I should have been a part of, but wasn't. Still, I stayed silent. Because love makes you blind, and loyalty makes you stupid. But nothing prepared me for the moment my heart truly broke. The moment everything finally made sense. It was a Sunday morning when Ava finally replied to my message. After weeks of excuses, after ignoring every hint I dropped, she sent just one line. "Hey, I've been really busy. I'll pay you back soon." No apology, no explanation, not even a smiley. I held my phone, staring at that cold little message. $6,000, and this was all she had to say? But I still tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I asked softly, "Ava, did I do something wrong? Did I upset you?" Her reply came faster this time, but it hurt twice as much. "Look, I didn't include you because the wedding party was already full. Please don't make this dramatic." Full? I was the person she had begged to be her maid of honor a year ago, and now I was making it dramatic? My hands were shaking, not from anger, but from a deeper kind of heartbreak. I whispered to myself, maybe she just needs time. But less than an hour later, the universe slapped me with the truth. I opened Instagram, and the very first story I saw was Ava smiling with her bridesmaids, laughing, dancing, drinking champagne, captions full of hearts and glitter. And someone had tagged her with a title that felt like a knife to my chest. "The girl with the golden maid of honor." Golden, as in expensive, as in paid for. And just like that, the truth began to reveal itself. The moment I saw that caption, something inside me finally broke. I kept staring at the screen, trying to understand how my best friend, the girl who once cried in my arms after her first heartbreak, could become so distant, so unfamiliar. I whispered to myself, "Golden maid of honor? What does that even mean?" But deep down, I already knew. Ava hadn't chosen someone special. She had chosen someone wealthy, someone who could sponsor things. And suddenly, every strange moment from the past few months began to make sense. The constant, subtle hints about money. The casual messages like, "Can you cover this? I'll pay later." The way she didn't even blink when I transferred $6,000. For weeks, I thought she was stressed, overwhelmed, emotional. But maybe she was simply calculating. My heart tightened. So I decided to call her, just to hear her voice, just to confirm she still cared. The phone rang. Once, twice, 3 times. Then it stopped. She declined the call. A moment later, a message popped up. "Hey, can't talk right now. Super busy with wedding stuff." Busy? But she was actively posting stories minutes ago. And then she added one more line. "Please don't call. It's awkward explaining to the girls why I'm still talking to you." Explaining me? I sat there, frozen, with my phone glowing in my hand. Whatever innocence I was holding on to, whatever hope I had left, all of it slipped away. Because suddenly, I wasn't just excluded. I wasn't just ignored. I was an embarrassment. And I had the sickest feeling that the truth about my $6,000 was even uglier than I imagined. I didn't sleep that night. I kept staring at her message, reading it again and again, trying to understand how I became someone she was embarrassed to know. By morning, the heaviness inside me turned into something sharp, a quiet, controlled anger. So I decided it was time to find out the truth. I opened my laptop and searched for the hospital's billing department email. My hands were shaking as I typed. "Hello, I need to confirm a payment made in Ava's name on the 14th. Could you verify the balance?" Before hitting send, I hesitated. A part of me still wanted to protect her, still wanted to believe she was struggling, not lying. But then I remembered her laughing, drinking champagne, posing for pictures without a care in the world. And I hit send. 2 hours later, an email popped up. I opened it slowly, my heart pounding. "Dear ma'am, there are no hospital bills under the name Ava Hart for the past 12 months. No payments due, no records of any emergency admission." The words blurred, my chest tightened. I felt stupid, used, betrayed in a way I didn't even know was possible. For a moment, everything inside me went silent. Then I grabbed my phone and opened Ava's profile again. Another story had just been uploaded. Her laughing in a spa with 3 other girls, a caption floating at the bottom. "Self-care day before the big event. Thank you girls for making this possible. Couldn't have done it without our secret sponsor. You know who you are." The room started spinning. I realized I wasn't just excluded. I wasn't just replaced. I was paying for all of it. The dresses, the gifts, the spa day, the makeup trials. My $6,000, the money I scraped together by selling my father's old watch, had funded her pre-wedding lifestyle. And she didn't even have the decency to look me in the eye. That moment, something inside me shifted. My voice didn't shake. My hands didn't tremble. I whispered to myself, "She doesn't get to do this to me anymore." I waited until the evening, when I knew Ava would be home from her bridal photo shoot. Not the hospital, not chemotherapy, not recovery. A photo shoot. That alone was enough to make my anger burn hotter. I grabbed my bag, printed the hospital email, and drove to her place. My hands were steady now. My heart, strangely calm. When she opened the door, she looked surprised, maybe even annoyed. "Why are you here?" she asked, clutching her phone like she had something to hide. I didn't waste time. "I called the hospital," I said quietly. "They have no record of you, no bills, no treatments, nothing." Her face changed instantly. Panic flickered in her eyes before she masked it with annoyance. "Oh my God, are you serious?" she scoffed.
Why would you invade my privacy like that? I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cry. Because I sold Dad's watch for you. That made her freeze. She blinked, looked away, swallowed hard, then finally said the words I knew were coming. Okay, fine. There were no bills. I needed the money. You always had savings, and you never helped me before, so I thought you owed me. Owed me. Like I was some endless well she could draw from whenever she felt entitled. I took a slow breath, the kind you take when you finally understand what someone truly thinks of you. I didn't owe you anything. I chose to help you, and you lied to me. She shrugged, completely unfazed. Stop being dramatic. It's not a big deal. It's just money. And you weren't invited to the wedding anyway. You'd ruin the vibe. There it was, the final crack across the heart. I nodded slowly. You're right. I won't ruin anything. I pulled a small envelope from my bag, the last thing she was expecting. Inside it was the printed hospital email and a handwritten note. This is the last thing you will ever take from me. I placed it gently on her table, turned around, and walked out. She shouted after me, calling me overdramatic, selfish, too sensitive, but I didn't stop. For the first time in my life, her words didn't hurt. I drove away, windows open, letting the cold night air wash the weight off my chest. And somewhere between the streetlights and the quiet hum of the engine, I realized something. Losing money wasn't the real loss. Losing her was freedom. And for the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe again.